Hello guys, and welcome to Felix tutorial on React. Today I want to show you how to build application using and styling it using React CSS modules without installing any library or third-party library, because it's inbuilt into React. When working with JavaScript it works okay, but when you're dealing with the TypeScript it works a little bit different. So that's why I thought, why not make a video for this. So basically this will be the final project or what we shall build. I will be able to use will not use style components, but we'll be using CSS modules, which you can extend to the preprocessor ones. So with me here I have three types of images. They have different extensions. So one is .svg, one is .png, and one has an extension of .jpg. So by default in TypeScript you cannot import any file without its type declarations. So we'll define those types so that we can be able to import them. So this is the final project. I'll just have it running there. And then I also have the repository to the project, which I'll link in the description below. So there are just things that I will just copy. I have them already set up, the styles and the markup. So I think this is just a basic React app. So it's here. With me here I have this basic app with just one div and hello, which is just a greeting. Then I have removed the extra files which are in the src directory. So I only have the index.tsx and the app.tsx and the app.css, though they are in the directory called styles. I also have assets, which I have the pic1.jpg, png, and an svg file. So for anyone who is new to React, I've just used yarn to create the project. So create React app, then using yarn create React app. So here you'll supply app name, then naming convention, it must be lowercase. So after supplying the app name, then you just press enter and it will create the project for you. For me, I have it already set up and it's running in the browser. So how are we going to do this? Basically here we are importing styles directly. So if we are going to work with modules, we'll have something like app.module.css, but here we'll import styles from. Okay, so when we import this one, you can see already TypeScript is showing us there's an error. So styles is declared but its value never read. Then we can see here cannot find module of types, its corresponding type declarations. So those are some of the things we are going to sort out in this problem. So let me just write up the markup. I have the styles. Okay, I have the styles already set up here. So I'll just be adding those classes so that we don't waste a lot of time writing them. You see me writing the markup. Here I've also done basic reset and just this that usually comes with the default creation of the project. So let's write the markup for whatever we'll be requiring here. Well, let's just remove that. Here we'll be having, let's say, class name app wrapper. Then we'll be having here class name header. Okay. Then working with the modules in React with the TypeScript. Okay, let's see what's in the browser. So you can see we have it here. Okay, then the background is already set. So in here, what we need to do is create another one, another div. So div dot image wrapper. Then we can just test with these files which are in the Z. We can just test with these files which are in this directory. So we can have img v.png. Okay. Then we can have here class name is equals to image. Okay. So having that set up, you can see we have this already. You can see we have almost the same project as this one. So we have the basic hover effect. So what's remaining is now changing this to CSS modules, okay, with the imports of these files. So this one I'm supplying directly from the public directory, but how can we load it such files as modules? So let's start with the CSS. We'll just come here and rename it to app.module.css. Then here we'll have index.module.css. Afterwards, then we need to, here in assets we have those are files. So then we need to come here to the index and update this one .module.css. Okay, so after having that, this one I don't think if, okay, so compiled error cannot be found, so we need to import it here .module.css. Okay, what's happening? Okay, I don't know, it broke, but let's see how this will work. Then here we'll add as a constant, so let's give it some name, styles. It's just a convention as from there. Okay, so if we hover here, let's say, so what we'll need to change here is just this part, and we'll make it styles. So what's with these CSS modules? So with these, there's usually some string appended to your classes, so that they're unique and locally scoped to a block of HTML element that you are styling, so that you don't have name clashes in the application. when you're using vanilla CSS or just vanilla preprocessed CSS, what happens is that you may define a button somewhere. If you define it globally, it will be overridden by the styles which come below. So to eliminate this behavior, you can use these styles, these convention CSS modules. But the funny part of this is mostly that you should have only one class for one given element. So let's change this one also. This one also. Then we can also change this one. Okay. So it's there, but and how do we fix this? So one easy solution that I found, which is the one I'm going to use for this, though there are other ways you can handle this. You can install maybe other packages, but if you can declare them on your own, why not declare? So just create a directory here called types, and then in the types create a file called index.d.ts. So this is called file definition. So it's definitions file. As by default, TypeScript will load the types which are declared here, because the type definition. So how do we define a type? So which files do we want to? So it should be having this extension, okay, this .module.css. So that's what we need to define here. So just declare, it's called declare module, then you supply the pattern. So it's anything .module.css. Okay, so you can see here still. Okay, so if you pass this asterisk, it means any string, given series of strings or anything coming before this, but it has this extension of module.css. Okay, so then it will match this our pattern of app.module.css, and you can see the error is gone. So if we go to our app which is running, then you can see already things are falling into place. It's almost close to this one, though we've not loaded the images. So let's load the images so that we see how differently they work. Okay, so how you can extend, before I proceed, so you can extend this to maybe SCSS, SAS, then less. Yeah, so this will load any file with either it's preprocessed or just basic CSS. So how do we load these images? So these images we import in let's say pick one from .assets, then we have pick one.jpg, one.jpg. Okay, then you can see already we have an error here, so you cannot find module of this type and its corresponding type declaration. So how do we fix this? It's fairly simple. You'll just come to your declaration file You'll duplicate this one. So let's say here we have for styles, then we can have one for images, stroke media files. So what we need here is just remove that, then we'll add the extension that you want, maybe JPG. Okay, and then by adding that JPG, you can see our pick one is j.jpg, and already this error is gone. So you can see it's just declared, but its value never read. So we can come here and substitute pick one, and believe it will be okay in the browser. So you can see it's already loaded here. Okay, so then the other ones, they're fairly simple. It will be, so this will pick 3, pick 2, pick 3. Then we need to want to, yeah, so pick 2, pick 3. Then this one will be .png. Then this one will be SVG. So for this you'll have this, you have to do the same. Okay, SVG, okay, PNG. So once you're done with that, then you can see there is no error. It's all okay. Then yeah, so if, let's see, okay, cannot resolve, I think pick 2, pick 3. Yeah, and then now you can see we have the same app which we had built in the previous one and this one. So they're the same. So basically that's how you do these type declarations in case you face such kind of challenges. So if you like the video, please subscribe, click the bell icon for more updates on such tutorials, so that you don't miss on anything. Please subscribe to my channel and invite more people to watch the content. Supporting this, you'll be making me be able to create more to inspire you in your development journey. Thank you. The code description will contain the repository URL, so you can follow it from there with the whole code.